Okay, well, hello everybody. Hello, welcome. I have a special guest here today. This is Paul. Now, Paul, you're from Southern California.
Yes.
Your whole life?
No.
No.
Grew up in Chicago, moved down to Florida, and then from Florida, wound up in California. So I've been in California.
You like a lot of
from
hot places.
warmer places.
Yeah.
After the Chicago snow, yeah. So I was in California around 82, 81, 82.
Okay.
And came here.
And so he got here back in what, February, right?
Yes.
February. And he first arrived, of course, in Manila. He's been only here in Rojas City for 18 days now.
About 18 days, yeah.
Yeah, so just under 3 weeks. So we're going to get all kinds of perspectives and stuff like that. And so I'm going to make sure people do hear us now. I'm sure you do now. I have a feeling. And if we're not loud enough, please let us know, because I can change the mic volumes on these. So, yeah. Okay, now redo the first 6 minutes. I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, good, good. Okay, so Paul visited me at the Beaver pretty much on the first day or second day, something like that.
Yeah.
And he told me a fantastical story. Not in a positive way, by the way. But definitely a crazy, interesting story, and something I never thought of before. And I think all of you are going to appreciate this because, wow, something else to look out for. And I don't think it matters if it's here in the Philippines. This kind of scam, I think, is probably anywhere you're traveling in the world that could happen to you.
Yes.
And, you know, we do a good job here on these channels of telling people how wonderful it is here, how great the people are here, how happy everybody is, which is all true. But that doesn't mean everyone, right? There are always going to be scammers. There are always going to be little terrible people out there. And in your case, one of them was a foreigner, right?
Yeah. One foreigner and two locals.
Right. So there you go.
I was targeted.
But before we get to the Philippines and the scam
Okay.
here, okay, let's start off with, how did you end up here? By the way, how old are you now?
Thanks.
Oh, roughly.
I'm 68.
68. Okay. So you're 68,
Yeah.
retired,
Yes.
sold everything,
Threw it out on the trash, actually.
threw it out on the trash.
Two 26-foot trucks.
But didn't you own
Take it to
property
the
too,
dump.
though?
Sold that.
Yeah, that's right. At least you
didn't
sold
go in
that
the
at
dump.
least.
Sold the house.
You did throw that out.
No, I threw just darn near everything in the dump.
All right.
I didn't want to go through the sell this, sell that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, most of that stuff ends up getting, and they separate all that stuff anyway because they can make money.
Well, most of it was good stuff. I used to be a landlord.
Okay, well, yeah, that's right, yeah. But I know as somebody who used to work for a waste disposal company for a short period of time, that when they get to, everything goes to a transfer station, and that transfer station picks everything apart. So when people are like, oh, how dare you throw it in the landfill? Now, trust me, it costs money to put things in landfills.
Right.
The people who win the contracts, like corporate companies that win the contract for that municipality or city or whatever, they have a set contract. They get so much a ton for the waste, but they can get way more money for the other thing because the dump and what they charge is a small margin because it's competitive. So they are looking to take everything they can out of the garbage and make money from it. So anyway, very interesting. Anyway, so you, what brought you to pick the Philippines of all places? Have you been here before?
Nope. First time in this part of the world. And this all actually started about 9 years ago when I wanted to go hang out with elephants in Thailand, Chiang Mai. So I started looking at this part of the world, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll go to Thailand and retire. But their immigration is a little more difficult. So I started looking at the Philippines. I went back and forth, back and forth. I said, you know, Philippines, I'm ex-military, so it's easier to retire here. A lot less of a deposit that you gotta put in the bank. And most of the people speak English.
Yeah.
So I decided to come here.
And it was just $3,000 or $1,500?
$1,500.
$1,500, yeah. Nowadays, I think, or September 1st.
Yeah,
3,000.
September.
So yeah, $1,500. Where else in the world can you do that? Have permanent residency for the rest of your life.
Correct.
Have the ability to open a business, run it yourself. You know, where I can't run anything myself and everything. You know, it's not the same. You really do have it. Yeah, pretty good. So you first came here, or you did check out Chiang Mai?
No, I haven't been there yet.
Oh, you haven't been there yet?
No, I started in Manila.
Oh, wow. And what part of Manila? Like BGC?
Makati.
Makati. Okay, Makati's a nice place. And what'd you think of it there when you first got there?
It was exciting because I was on P. Burgess Street.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys will
P.
figure out P.
Burgess.
Burgess Street.
Yeah.
I had 2 different hotels on that road. It was exciting. Every time I opened the door, there's a big party outside.
Oh, sure.
But you got to be careful. Cause,
Well, yeah.
yeah, you got to be careful.
Put it this way, there's a lot of red lights there at night.
Yeah. But it was still fun. It was still exciting.
And there you met interesting people.
Yes.
And you didn't, you weren't like partaking in that craziness or whatever.
It's a nice fantasy in your head that you're going to buy this and buy that, but when you're in actuality, it doesn't do anything for me.
Right. But you met people because, well, you're actually a very socialized person. He really is. Like, if anybody is around, he will say hello to you, and then he'll come right up and talk to people, and that's pretty important. Like, especially for people that, if you come here and you're very introverted and you don't know how to make friends and everything, you're gonna get quite lonely because everything's unfamiliar as it is, and then you're not willing to. You have to kind of break the mold and get to know people around you and everything. Because trying to learn everything on your own, and it's so great when you can just ask people.
Right.
Where do I find this? Do you know where I can find that, this or that? And yeah, I don't want to go into Roja City just yet because let's start at the beginning. So when
phone, I had to buy new Android, and from there on out, I had to just clean up the mess. I had to get new bank account numbers, new routing numbers, new everything. I had to freeze all my bank accounts, all my credit cards. They had to get new ones. They didn't get it. They made a mess. They got all my old email addresses. They got my VPN. They got my Venmo account, which is similar to Gcash.
Yeah.
But like I said, they didn't get any money. They just made a mess out of my life.
Because you had one thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Because I used my local phone as a secondary verification number. Because you use your regular phone, if they clone it, they get, log into here and make a new password. That's the only thing that saved my butt. That saved my accounts.
Okay, one sec, guys. Reconnected.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and to 0. Wow. This is not good. My internet's going. And then it goes to 14,000 all of a sudden.
It's interesting.
And 0. Uh-oh. 0 now. It's not interesting. It means we're not broadcasting at all.
Really?
Yeah. Just lost internet.
Yeah, well, we pick up wherever you need to.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
We may not have to do it. We may have to go off live though. Oh, hello guys. Hopefully it's connecting back again. I am trying to find out what's going on with the internet because, yeah, I'm going from massive bandwidth to 0 all of a sudden. And we're back now, but hopefully it stays that way. Okay, so I turned this. Was it that like that the whole time? I am sorry, guys, if that was the way it was. This is not working out as planned, apparently. Okay, guys, so now that I think we are back, I think it looks steady now, the internet. I think it reset on me or something. I'm looking at it now, making sure it's staying steady. So what happened is somebody cloned a cell phone, but you actually think you know who the culprits are.
Yeah.
And is it because they friended you and hung around you and
because
all that kind of stuff?
we're the new guys, so you want to talk to people and stuff. And this one gets a little information from you, then the next one, they start putting pieces of the puzzles together.
Right.
Then when they find out you're here permanently, they assume you have massive amounts of money back home.
Sure.
So they want to attack your accounts. But like I said, I keep my iPhone separate from my local phone.
Yeah, he was very lucky on that. So even though they took a copy of his SIM card, and just to give you an idea, people, it may not know, so there are gadgets, not even just phones, the gadgets.
Yeah.
Like these Flipper Pros or something like that. I can't remember the name of the one that can do the iPhone. But they can set it beside your phone, and as long as it stays connected for, say, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't know the exact time period, they can actually clone your phone right beside it, especially if you're Bluetooth on and that kind of thing. But he got very lucky in that he had two phones, and he had his two-factor put onto his Android phone.
Correct.
So even though he uses his Apple phone to connect to all these apps and everything they ended up with access to, they couldn't get into them, and he couldn't take any money because it would say, okay, now give us the two-factor approval to get into your account. Oh, they don't have that. And so he actually got really, really, really lucky.
Yes.
Now, he got very unlucky in that it's a pain in the ass to redo everything in your life, because nowadays losing your phone is losing your wallet. Right? It's your cards. Everybody puts everything into it. In your photos, you were saying.
I lost everything. I
Yeah,
lost
you
all my
have
photos.
copies of your ID even. Like,
That's how they got my social security number. I had copies of my DD-214 military documents with social security number on it, my driver's license, my passport. They got everything of mine,
yeah.
which means they'll have it forever.
Yeah.
But I also put a freeze on my credit report companies. I told them, just freeze it. I'm old. I'm not going to use my credit anymore. Just freeze the accounts. So maybe they will not be able to get credit cards.
Yeah.
Because they'll call, they verify, oh, that account's frozen, and da-da-da. So we'll see what happens. But I'm still going through stuff to this day.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, I guess the lesson on this, I'm going to put you a little more center. The lesson on this, though, is don't let anybody put their phone beside yours or anything, their little bag or anything.
Yeah.
Keep your phone away from that, and if you can, have a separate phone, like you said. You can be just a cheap little Android one, right?
Yes, get a cheap Android, whatever you need for your local phone.
Yeah, and then just put your two-factor on a separate one, on a separate device.
Phone.
That's really good,
Yeah,
because that can happen to anybody. I mean,
Yes,
think about
it can. But actually, the one guy was Canadian, and the other two were local Filipinos that were working with him. So 3 of them targeted me.
And you're going to find that stuff especially in places like that. Angeles City, and Makati, whatever. Of course, because you're going to end up with, when you have a sheer amount of, I don't want to say like the type of thing, but you know what I mean. You're getting a type of people that will go there. These are the people that want to, and then once that realize that they can bring on a couple partners on this little venture, that kind of thing, and scams and stuff like that, you're going to be very careful. Like, how many people have had the stories of the guys that go up into Angeles City, and some guys are, at least it could be Korean, it could be another whatever, that they will look for a guy and put her with a girl, and then go and tell that guy, by the way, that girl's 17.
Yeah.
And now you're going to give me your pension, or we're gonna you reported and you're going to prison for the rest of your life. You know what a Philippines prison looks like? I want your pension. Now they're homeless guys sitting on their thing there, knowing nobody's going to feel sorry for them. Now I'm hoping our microphones are helping. My neighbors are doing the noisiest construction today. It just started again. Right now it's just the steel cutting, but before it was the steel cutting and drilling in concrete. I hope you guys can hear. Oh, buffering. It's good again. Okay. I'm terribly sorry about this crazy stuff here, guys. This happened in Angeles City. No, his happened in Makati and Pete Burgess Street.
Yeah.
Not in Angeles City. So, after you were there for the whole period, from February till you arrived here, or no?
No, I was there for 3 months, and from there I went down to Cebu. I didn't particularly care for Cebu. Then I went to Dumaguete. It was nice, but a little too slow. And from there I went to Bacolod. Am I saying that right?
Yep, Bacolod, yeah.
Bacolod. And it was okay, but I didn't feel anything with Iloilo, and I didn't really like that city. And then I came up here to meet Mike, and now I'm stuck here. It's like the Twilight Zone. They suck you in.
Wow,
So now I'm staying
it's like
here.
me being kidnapped,
Yeah. So I'm staying here now. I decided after about a week that I'm gonna stay here.
Now, people are asking, and for good reason, they're asking if were those people arrested? Were they caught?
No, the police don't care.
The police don't care. So you did go and report to the police.
Yeah, I have a police report. One was a nurse, a student nurse.
Okay.
Yeah, the other was a coffee shop owner.
Okay. Watch out for a coffee shop owner with a nurse with a Canadian.
Yeah.
There's a good combination there for you.
Yeah.
So here in the Philippines, there are no credit reports. There's no, like if you wanted to apply for credit as a Filipino or whatever, there is no credit check. There's nothing. What it is you have to apply for credit at your bank that you've been banking with for years, and they look at their own history with you, and that's how they determine. And so therefore, the police, it's hard for, I guess they just don't take it as seriously here, because it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, you can steal people's identity, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't hurt your credit. You're not ruined forever, sort of thing, as a Filipino. Mm-hmm. As an American, it's affecting your credit report back in America. So of course it's going to affect you at some point, you know, maybe. I guess if you go back. If you don't go back, then never, but maybe. But yeah, so that. It's not unusual for certain things that aren't violent crimes or physical theft. Not unusual for the police to just take a report and move on.
Yeah, it's pretty much all that happens. Took a report and moved on.
Yeah, because we've even had employees steal from us, and we've made police reports, but they don't really want to press charges.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, nah. Do you have like physical evidence of this? Do you have physical evidence of that? Yeah. And the only way around that is here in the Philippines, you have a right. Everyone has a right to be your own prosecutor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was told I could go to the embassy and they would have helped out.
Well, you could do that.
I would have done that.
You could have done that. U.S. Embassy would have done that too. But yeah, here in the Philippines, if they refuse to press charges, you can go and hire your own lawyer, and you can file criminal charges against somebody.
Yes.
And force the police and force everybody with your own lawyer. It's just going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah.
But some people, they're like, it's well worth the money. They're well worth the money to get justice. And so that's kind of a thing. Yeah, sorry about the noise, guys. It's done now.
But the worst part of that is I had no money. I had like 3,000 pesos, and I had to figure out how to get money because my rent was paying in cash. So my bank account's back home. My cousin is on my accounts, so I had to have him Western Union cash to Makate, so I could have money to live on.
Wow.
So we get it all done. I go to Western Union, say I like my cash. They looked at it. They looked at me and said, we don't have that kind of money. Go to the other Western Union. And they said, we don't have this kind of money. I had to go to the bank. Wow. And they looked at it and they go, you want this much cash? I go, well, it's got to last me a month because I don't know how long this is going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give me stacks of money with the band on it.
Wow, you were. Well, then again, he was a Makati in Peter, so he's going to need a lot of money.
Yeah, I was spending quite a bit, but I was always under budget, which was wild.
What was your budget?
Do I have to say?
No.
Then my budget was $3,000 a month for the first 5 months, but I never came close to it.
Wow, that's incredible considering you were living. You were traveling.
Yeah.
And
then 2 months ago, I was going through my finances. I spent less than $1,000 American dollars.
Amazing.
And I was saying, how is that possible? I went through my bills a couple times. Because I've spoken with other YouTubers, because I try to meet them as I go through the country. Some won't meet you, and I delete them. But the ones that I do, they just want you for the views, And I said, if you want to be a dog, be a dog. But the ones that I've met, I still follow. The ones that won't meet you. Like I followed Gio. Gio is a wealth of knowledge. Yeah, now he's in Thailand, I believe.
Yeah.
I met Goldfinger, real nice guy. Richie Rich, he's in Mandaluyong. He came and said, there's a bar right around the corner from your hotel. We'll be there. I said, okay, cool. Yeah, they're nice people too. Yeah, so the YouTubers that are willing to meet you, those are the ones to follow. They are.
I'm just going to put this out there, though. There are some, like Filipino P, for example, she had 400,000 or 500,000, and So I kind of get it. Like at some point, you're gonna have to say, I can't just meet everybody.
Well, if they're in town passing through, you can meet, just say hello, get a photo.
Yeah. Well, I think she lives in Florida now, but I guess if you're, there might be a lot of people passing through Florida more likely than they would be in the Philippines. But yeah, so I know that they'll be at some point or whatever. Like what's his name, Kulis or Becoming Filipino, 1.5 million subscribers or whatever. Not everybody has a bar, so I just try to be devil's advocate, and I'm like, for me, I have a place where you're very likely to meet me.
Well, they go to breakfast every once in a while.
Yeah, that's true.
You
got meet and greets.
That's how I met Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Today we're going to breakfast here. I said, cool, I'll be there.
Yeah, but I'm as a person who does meet them, people, I just want to give people the break that I know at some point, like it could be too much, and not everybody's sane like you. I've met a few. I haven't been always so lucky, but 99.99% of the people are normal.
Yeah.
The other ones, they're like, I don't know, they're the type of that you're like, are you gonna eat me? You're gonna kill me and then carve me up, and you never know. There's some real crazy people in this world. I hope the stream is still doing steady. I keep looking in the corner of my eye to see if you guys are mentioning anything further. I think it hasn't been 12 minutes. For 12 minutes now, we have not had an issue. So hopefully it stays that way. Like different perspectives.
Yeah.
On this channel, like that's what I try to do. I'm the most a broad channel, right? I never just do these sit and talks, and I don't just sit still and run a restaurant and a farm and all that. Sorry about the noise again. But I also travel all over the place, and I do like different things, and so I appreciate people like him because the perspectives that I'm getting from different types of people's experiences here. Like I landed in Angeles City, right? But I was married at the time. But she was like down for the bars, okay? More than down. Like she got up on stage and danced with them, sort of thing, right? And for some reason they allowed her at the time because I heard that they don't let people do that. Well, they let her do that. And so I had a kind of a wild experiences and all that stuff. And it was right after the pandemic where a lot of people struggled, and so everybody wanted money. Everybody, like, as more money pours into something, the less I hate to say desperation, but you know what I mean. The desperation to make money goes away, and then it's like they kind of look you up and down, and go, nah, you over there. You'll get more picky. Let's just say.
Yeah.
And at that time, like you would have thought that it would have been like Crime City. But oh my God, no! Like I blew a lot. We both blew a lot of money at the time. Blew a lot of money. We're going to ATMs like crazy, and maxing out like daily limits. Okay, from cards. Not maxing out the bank machines. Maxing out daily limits, and carrying around cash. And it felt like this is the safest country. Like this is crazy. Like I know. Because I came from other places, right? Like you couldn't do that in Baltimore and wave it around and all that unless you've got like big friends hanging out around you.
Right.
So I had an experience where, my gosh, I could have been easily taken advantage of, and yet you just go to a coffee shop.
I used to go 3-4 times a week. I'd sit in there and talk to her for like 3-4 hours.
That's literally what we tell people, like, if you want to meet people, especially girls, is pick a place and go there every day and become a regular. The staff, even if it's not the girls that work there, they will have cousins and friends and all that, and they'll be like, well, actually, there's this foreigner that comes every single day, you should come and meet him, and that kind of thing. And that's generally the easiest way to get at least noticed by the females, but then also introduced to different types of people,
Not knowing you're being targeted.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's the sad thing, like a lot of the negative things that we have in the West, and even in like Western and that kind of thing of this scams and crimes and that kind of, like the sophisticated ones, right? Often brought over here by foreigners, and not just Westerners. Like I know in Iloilo, they have an area called Haro. The police took down this huge syndicate, and it was Chinese that had come in, and they set up all these rooms And if you look up the news article like Haro, scamming, trafficking sort of thing, you'll find it in the news. It was last year and a half ago. And what they did is they had all these rooms, and they had girls in all these rooms, and their jobs were only to pretend like it was their bedroom, and to scam foreigners, telling that, you know, just doing the dating website scamming, where then these syndicate people were taking the vast majority of the money and paying them salary only. And what they also did is they started running blackmail operations, and they put underage girls in them and trapped them, and then say, oh, by the way, she's underage and everything, you've got to pay all this money.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they had like almost 30 Chinese or whatever citizens that were just flying in and out all the time too. But like many of them weren't caught because they were in China. And so yeah, we are like importing these more sophisticated crimes. So you can't be sure of, well, that doesn't ever happen in the Philippines. Well, somebody else might be importing that in, I think.
Stop sending girls you've never met money.
Yeah, well, that's a damn good rule there. If you never met the girl, please don't send them money.
It could be a guy, and you don't know it.
Yeah, well, we could go on forever on that subject, because I've met people that, you know, even after they meet them, you know, they come down, and the girl is, you know, some of the guys are just looking for the youngest girl, right? Youngest, legalish girl, but barely.
Yeah.
And then they I don't know how to, I'm going to try to find a nice way to word it. But anyway, let's just say that they didn't find them attractive in any way.
Yeah.
Right? And the girl's just clearly there to, you know, just try to get the guy hooked or whatever. And then they meet in person, and it's as awkward as heck. That person's got no game anyway. He wasn't gonna get anywhere with that girl, let's just say. And then she's like, okay, I have to walk my way out of this situation now. And so it's, well, you know, I have to go to school soon, and I got to do this and that. And then that person's like, oh, she's pulling away from me. I'll pay for your school. I'll pay for that. I'll do this for you and whatever. And I'll help your sick mother and all that. And they get in this trap where then the girl's like, well, why? But you know, I just don't think it's going to work out. No, it's okay. I'll still help you. And then the next thing you know, 6 months later, they're just like having coffee dates, but that's all they ever get out of it.
Right.
And they're bleeding money constantly every month to this girl, thinking one day she will love me. One day she'll be into me. And they never thought they would ever fall into that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, those are scams. Of being targeted, they rarely talk. Tubers rarely talk about being targeted because you really don't see it happening. It's like I said, we're the new guys on the block. They all know each other.
Yeah, and it can happen anywhere. It can happen anywhere. It doesn't matter. Like when I lived in Albania, I'm sure like you could perfectly see that happen there. Except you might have a machine gun put to your head when they do the blackmail part. Mm-hmm. By the way, this is my brother.
Yeah.
You know, that could have happened.
My little friend.
Like in the town that we lived in, it was a super safe place, 100%. When it came to foreigners, nobody touched you, nobody bothered you. You could do as you please. Nobody asked for money. Nobody begged. Like, there was really nothing you could do wrong. You could just walk around in the middle of the night. It seemed like the safest place in the world. But it is a former communist country that collapsed in the 1990s. And then it became like the power of the people sort of thing. So the government is afraid of the people there. So when politicians tried to do anything that people didn't like, the people would just go to the streets and never mind, we disagree, we agree, we will remove it. And so it was interesting to see that, like all the power the people had. But that means also these families, each family is kind of powerful, because at the end of communism they divided the entire nation and to give it to all citizens. And so everybody is a landowner. Like every family owns big chunks of land, very big. And so this guy builds nightclubs, and this one does here, this. And so yeah, it wouldn't be, well, it wasn't unusual, because it would be like the nightclub owner would be gunned down with AK-47s or M16s or something like that. When he comes out at 3 o'clock in the morning, leaving the nightclub at the end of the night or something, he was literally gunned down while we were there, right? And there would be no big police investigation. We went to the police because I had to get for my permanent residency, I had to get my fingerprints done to send them to Canada to do the background checks and stuff, right? And I was shocked that like they don't have
Thanks for
like
the tip.
any high tech anything. Like I don't know what kind of investigation that police station could have done, but certainly wouldn't have been a very good one. So because again, if the people hold the power, then they're like, I'm not paying more taxes. You know, so you're not going to have a very highly funded government there. Let me close this here so I can see what's going on here. Hey, Michael Onstad, traveling to Manila today. Yes, I did share that on my Facebook. If you guys are looking to meet with Michael Onstad, Expat Health Insurance, he's going to be in Manila today. And you can actually just click on here. If you click on him, you'll see. But also, there's a link in every one of my videos that goes to Michael. You can find out where he is. And he does like meet and greets, just like expat hangouts. So you'll also meet a bunch of expats, by the way. And then you can ask all the questions in the world about health insurance here in the Philippines.
I'm working with Michael right now to get my health insurance, by the way.
There you go. There you go. 68 years old.
Thank you.
People are always saying, "Oh, well, I'm 60 though. Nobody's going to cover me."
No, they'll cover you.
Exactly.
They get a little more nitpicky, but they'll cover you.
Yeah, and it certainly won't be as cheap as if you were 20. All right, like
Oh, you know, I didn't think it was that bad at all.
That's good.
But I'm only getting inpatient. All the outpatient stuff, just pay for that. It's not expensive.
Yeah. People. Yeah, if you were to pay for the extra insurance, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like for that inpatient stuff, right? Like we're just going to the doctor's visit.
Yeah,
They're like, why isn't that covered? Would you really want to pay a premium for that?
It's about double.
$10, $8. Like
your insurance is just about double if you want the outpatient also.
Yeah. It's actually the least financial sense anybody can make. Because it is super cheap to just go to the doctor for the basic, even to get tests done or whatever.
Just pay for it.
Yeah, just pay for it.
Last when I was there, all the testing was like 600 pesos.
$10.
Yeah.
$10. Hopefully the lagging is all done and everything. I'm just scrolling back through the things here. We're not going to get to Rojas just yet. So actually, wait. So you were just in Makati, then you went to Bacolod and all that, right? And what'd you think of Bacolod?
It was okay. I just didn't feel at home there.
Okay. Not your vibe.
Yeah, just didn't feel my vibe. But I walked through town and all that stuff, and I just didn't feel it. So, moved on.
And did you go on? You went on to Iloilo City,
right? Iloilo.
Now, where did you stay in Iloilo? What did you check out there?
Well, it's just a city. It's just another city.
But if you were in the downtown area, you'd be like, oh, and then just because it's older, right? But if you were in Festiwalk, you would see the big modern areas and easy to walk to everything.
Yeah, it was kind of easy to walk to everybody. When I was in Villa Towers, I think they called it.
Oh, okay.
Avita Towers.
Avita Towers. So you were very close to Festiwalk. You were close to SNR and Smallville. Which has got all the bars and everything else on it.
Yeah, I didn't see one piece of trash in the street though. Yeah, it was the cleanest city I've ever seen.
It is. It is definitely the cleanest city. But a lot of people that are looking for a little bit more out of life.
I wanted more beach.
Yeah, oh, definitely more beach you're not going to find there. Yeah, Revelo has beach, but you can't live on it, and not everything is available there. There is some restaurants and everything, but unfortunately, that is the one part of the city that, well, there's just not enough funding to deal with, and that is the squatters that live. They own the whole water, right? And but they cleaned up, everything else in the city, and that's why people will say, "How come you never show that?" And it's like, well, why? Other than to try to shame other people, there really is nothing, because you will never be there. No one will ever go there. It's literally out of the way. You can't even find it in most cases. You have to go down this, and then you can finally get down there. And so they just don't have anything there for people like this. But a lot of people that do go there, like you've met a lot of them, and they go down there and they're like, I'm just bored. It is, as I describe it to people, a bedroom community. It is for when you have a family, you want great schools for your kids, you want to have all those things that we have it in our cities. We have what the suburbs we call it, right? Nice subdivisions with nice houses, and there's some condos and everything. Not a lot of traffic, in the big city sort of thing, So it's like a suburb city. where you have great schools and nice restaurants are nearby, and the shopping malls you can go to, and it's great for family life. So when you're ready to settle down with somebody, go live there. Yeah, have the kids go to a beautiful private school and be a very safe and clean environment and that kind of thing. And if you're single, ready to mingle, maybe, we're not a bar girl place, we're not that. But if you are the kind of person that just wants the beach life and just relax, but still kind of have something to get up every day and go do, this is more of that kind of place.
Yeah.
Plus it's a good vacation place and stuff like that. But for the most part, people you can still do the subdivision life. You're further into Pueblo de Panay or whatever, you could do that, I guess. But it's not going to be the same. I don't know. How about you?
Well,
what do you like about Rojas City?
It's quieter where all the bars are, where you guys are, and the city is 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So you can have all the malls, all the shops, whatever you want to do down the road. But the restaurants and the beaches up here, and I just feel comfortable here.
And the funny thing is he said it's quieter. By the way, thank you for that super chat there. Trans Specialist number 1. Thank you very much. And it was interesting the way you said that. The reason I say that is because most other places, you go to Bohol, and you go to these places, the beach is not the quiet place.
Yeah.
Right? It is, or Boracay, that kind of thing. You would say the beach is, there's too many people. It's crowded. Oh my God.
Too many expats.
Yeah, too many. Yeah, but yet it's the opposite here.
Yeah.
Right? Where the beach is sparsely, there's very few people on it, right?
Right.
There's, especially on a weekday, there's nobody. And it's not congested, it's not packed. Only on Sundays when all the locals come to the beach here. Yes, when you are going to the Canadian Beer, you're going to see far more expats than you will everywhere else. It's that simple. If you go down the whole beach and don't say you never went to the Canadian Beer and you just went all over there, yeah, you'll see some expats, but pretty rarely. They one here and then many locals and then one here. So we are not overrun by any stretch of the imagination. But we do have a heck of a lot more expats than we did before.
Yeah.
Gentlemen like yourself, right?
Yeah.
Have now joined us here. A lot of couples too. And, you've met so many of them too. Although some of them, it's great. They have a type of relationship I can't even imagine, where they go out and their wives go do whatever the hell they want to do.
Right.
But they can go out as a single guy almost. It's crazy.
Almost, right.
I'm I can't go anywhere with I don't snip. I'll get in trouble, man. If you're too jealous for that. Yeah. Craziness I put up with. So anyway, and are you concerned about, because people are mentioning it in here, are you concerned about the healthcare availability here in the Philippines?
Nope. I'm comfortable with it. They say when you get older, you should live closer to a bigger hospital. I'm at the point I don't care.
Good man.
I don't care.
I lived a good life too, so I feel the same way.
If I'm close enough, fine. If I'm not close enough, who cares? What else back home gets rich, What do you do?
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you've been to Kalibo, right?
No.
Oh, no, you haven't. Okay. Well, when you go down there, it doesn't hurt just to drive by. Say if you go, there's some events and stuff that do take place there. There are some expats down there that like to throw events once in a while. Maybe we'll get you to one of them or something. Because you don't have to renew visas anymore, so you don't have to go over there and you don't have to do anything, right?
Right.
I don't know how it works with SRR visa, but if you have to...
Just once a year I have to show up and let them know where I live.
Oh, okay, so you will have to go to immigration.
Yeah.
Oh, well, just closer in Kalibo. So when you go there, you can see they have a brand new, mega, monster Asia Pacific hospital. I wish they built it here. They built it there. Because there's a town and this is a city. But anyway.
How far are they? I don't even know where it's at.
Oh, it's about an hour and a half
from
here. So I'm pointing the wrong way. Out the way. So it's over 2 hours to get to Iloilo.
Yeah.
But normal speed.
I've even got one girl
on a motorbike. I can do it 2 hours.
One girl is still texting me, wants to know if I'm coming back to Iloilo.
Oh, well, she can jump on a bus and be here in 3 hours.
Yeah, well,
the bus is exactly 3.
Don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
because I don't want to lead anybody on. You know,
Yeah,
I
but what if you
just wanna
found the
go
right
home.
person?
I'm looking,
Okay.
and she doesn't feel like she's the right one, so I don't want to like. lead
She
her
doesn't
on.
feel, or you don't feel?
I don't feel like she's the right one.
Okay.
'Cause
So you
I've
might-
gone on a few dates, and some just want free dinner. You can tell after 20 minutes they just want a free dinner. Okay, here's your $10 dinner. Go away. And some straight out tell you, they're just here to make money. And I said, okay, you have a nice day.
Yeah.
A lot of scammers on the dating sites, but you know, as
True.
an expat, where do you meet these women?
Yeah. Well, the good thing is you have a hobby.
Now I do.
Yeah, which is great. He never thought that he'd probably even be able to find it because he hadn't been able to find it, right?
Nope.
Wow. Thank you again. Thank you very much for that. $10. Thank you very much.
Super.
For you
I
to
get a cut of that, right?
yeah, well, YouTube takes 50%, so we'll see. So then you had gone everywhere, and you're like, I can't find ballroom dancing.
Correct.
And you know, a lot of people, like people also might be looking for salsa dancing, that kind of thing, right? And you're right, it is kind of like, it's not hard in that, like you see in competitions, Filipinos are pretty good at this stuff.
I know.
You
I've
see
seen them at Blackpool. I've seen them at dance sports.
Yeah,
So,
so
where are they dancing at?
exactly. Well, apparently they just have schools for it, like dance schools, right? And but anyway, Rojas City turned out to have
That's the Ballroom Dance Club.
right here, right on the beach.
2 bars down.
Yeah,
2 bars down from the beach.
yeah. One of my my principal shareholders, or like investors, of the Beaver, who also owns the biggest restaurant here on the beach, loves, and he's had it longer. Now, you didn't have it just for you. He's had it for years, or a year, I think it is. Where he brings in like live music for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they clear all the tables away at 8:30 on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And then they even have dance instructors that they hire and bring in,
Yeah.
and they have ballroom dancing. How crazy is that? And so now you're actually people that have the same interests and stuff like that. You might meet somebody that way. You never know. And it may not even be the person you're dancing with. It might be their niece, their nephew, or nephew. Sorry.
It could be.
Oh,
You don't know.
Oh, I don't want to.
You don't know.
Okay, fair.
You're starting to meet people.
Yeah, yeah. You're going to meet all kinds of relatives and everything. You'll get invited to like these family lunches and get-togethers and stuff like that. And then that's where you will meet somebody. And it's true. That is actually, and that's where you're going to actually catch the more high-quality people, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you're not going to find them, I guess, in Makati with a scammer, a set of 3 scammers in a coffee shop.
Right.
Yeah, and so you're still going to have to deal with that for a long time.
Yeah. I think I got to call one of my credit cards up to see what's up with them. They sent me an email. So I don't know if somebody requested an increase in my credit limit or if that's something they normally do.
Right.
So I got to give them a holler.
Now, if they have all the details, they can still make a card with it, right? I'm pretty sure that's how they.
Well,
but they didn't clone the card because they don't have the chip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, does the phone have it already? I don't know.
No, I didn't have pictures of any of my cards.
Oh,
But like I said, my bank account, my routing numbers, they're all on my phone. Well, like I said, to verify, but now I've got passwords and codes and all that stuff in all my accounts. So,
Man, you got to really be careful.
Yeah.
Especially like I said, I think you're going to find that more often in places like Angeles City, Makati.
Thanks for the
even
tip.
Getty, maybe Siquijor or Siargao, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not Siquijor so much. Boracay, I'm sure they have plenty of scammers that could be there too. Like you said, a lot of them will be foreigners pulling this off, right? Like,
yeah.
hey, we met these people that they can win over or just convince a lot of these people who are already very money oriented, money driven, disconnected from their families.
Right.
Like that's where you hear a lot about it, like abuse and stuff. Are often people that have been the furthest disconnected away from their families. The ones that are close to their families and everything else, well, they don't have that same level of desperation. But then also, these kind of things don't happen because their cousin, their aunt, their cousins, or grandmothers, whatever, they're all always watching. There's always somebody around. It's a sad story, that's for sure. But I'm glad. I'm glad you made it through it. I'm glad you had the 2-factor
Yeah.
on your other phone,
On the
so that
phone.
they actually couldn't steal it all, even though they locked you out of it all.
They locked me out of some stuff, but you move on. My VPN company won't give it back to me because they want to email my old email address that they control.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
they control my old email addresses. They have to get all new email addresses and everything.
But you can stop it.
Yeah, I paid for the year.
Oh.
Yeah, what fun. But that's okay. You move on.
All right, well, we got a question here from Reg. Reg Jones. Hi from Fort Mac, which is in Alberta. A question for both of you. What is the thing about the Philippines that you just can't get used to? What is it about here that you're just having a hard time getting used to?
The menus. Really, because it has all the Filipino food. Darn well you're gonna like 99% of it, but you gotta ask, what is this? What is this? What is this? And they don't explain it. Oh, well, that's pork, that's chicken. I say, okay, I know. Okay, that's pork and chicken. Well, what else is like in it?
Right.
So it's just dealing with the menus.
Interesting. I know people will say that there's certain things about the food they don't like or whatever, but to me, I'm like, well, you came to the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
You should expect Filipino food,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like we all go to America, want our American food, whatever. And there'll be sprinklings of other foods because even many Filipinos will run an Indian restaurant or whatever, and they may not even be Indian. So it's not like people don't cook other things; they do. But yes, you're right. That a lot of times they'll just say the name of the meal,
Right.
Which is and that's it. Where like even in OS, we will say what it is. They'll call it the beaver burger, but then we put the what does include
what's in it.
inside it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, and then you can have a good idea. But here, they'll call it like I'm trying to think of all the names. It's like pinkalopat or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. That's probably not even a real one. If Catherine was here, I'd bug her. But liempo.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. And it's just like, what is that pork? Pork what?
Yeah.
But really, actually, it's just pork. A very fatty pork. Anyway, so yeah, that is something that I can get behind. I know.
Yeah. And rarely is there salted pepper on the table. Rarely. Last night, guys were complaining about the restaurant had no ketchup. They're getting upset there was no ketchup. I said, come on. And they've been here for a while.
Yeah, Filipinos do have ketchup, but often it's banana ketchup.
Right.
So it's very sweet.
It's not bad.
No, you like it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I prefer the Heinz one, but anyway, we sell it at ours, and it's not like they don't have others. But yeah, the really sweet foods for everything. Sometimes you just like, oh, could I just get without sweet, please?
Yeah, I want to try your bolognese, by the way.
Yeah, we have Italian spaghetti. So
Yeah, I wanna try that.
we've already had one time where a girl literally, she's like, well, I don't know why. She's not even new. But one of our customers like, hey, my spaghetti is very sweet. And I go back to the kitchen, I talk to her, and she's like, oh yeah, I was trying, when they're trying to mix the sauce or whatever, she was tasting like it wasn't sweet enough. So I added sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? What do you mean added sugar? We literally make Italian spaghetti not sweet, and we don't buy you the pre-made,
Right.
Filipino spaghetti on purpose.
None of the jar stuff, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened because that girl should know better than that. But she should have done better, but she didn't. Anyway, so for myself, I don't have a lot anymore. There's certain things. My thing is they don't put prices on things online. Just want to make sure I got all these. So thank you guys for all these super chats. Yeah, so they like if you want to find anything for sale, like somebody selling something, like if you're looking for used cars or whatever, right? So they'll list everything about it, and there'll be no price.
Mm-hmm.
And they want everybody to write them. Like you'll say how much, and they'll just say DM'd, or they sent PM me, or they PM'd you, and they want to send you a private message. And so they have this whole economy that's all around. Let me look at your whole profile and decide how much I can get from you.
Right.
And that part, it's really hard to get used to. It's really, really difficult. And even in stores, if they don't, like a lot of stores will have no price tags on anything. You have to ask how much is this for every single thing? You got to hold it up and show them.
Yeah.
And they will look at you and go, this much.
110 pesos
Yeah.
for one avocado. Okay? Now that's quite a bit for one avocado.
That grow here, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fruits and vegetables are so expensive. Pretty crazy. So yeah, I haven't gotten used to that. I've adapted. I've adapted definitely, because now I just ignore everything. Like if everything that that says for rent, if I scroll through, nope, no price, I just move on. And then I go to another one for sale, whatever I'm doing. If it has no price, I move on. I just won't even ask. I'm not going to ask. I'm not playing your game.
Thanks for the tip.
And or I will, if I really need something, I will go to Catherine and I'll say to her, can you please, oh no, I can't get Catherine to do it anymore, because she posted a picture of me and all that stuff, and she, I picked somebody in my staff, and I'll be like, can you write this person, ask how much?
Yeah, I need to find the local, because I'm looking for a minivan to go
Okay.
down there and give me a better price on it.
Yeah, and when you say minivan, they're multi-cap ones.
I don't know what to call them, but they're really cool. They're really tiny minivans.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And they come from Japan and Korea. 3-cylinder. You can get them in 4-wheel drive. And they have them in, they're brand new, but they have to cut the roof off to bring it here so they can sell it as scrap, imported scrap. And then they put the roof back on when it gets here, and therefore it's not scrap anymore.
Right.
And then they register them here in the Philippines. So they're really cheap. Really cheap.
Very cheap.
You can get one for $5K.
5,000.
Right? And it'll be brand new.
The whole interior's new. The
Yeah.
exit paint. Yeah, they do a nice job with them. For $5,000, why not?
Michael should ask the workers to see their permits working at these hours. Oh, yeah, you're probably forgetting it's 11 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. So, yeah, and there's nothing in the Philippines like that anyway. If they were doing construction at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I don't even think I could do anything. Like, the police wouldn't care. No. But they don't. Put it that way. They don't. That's not a thing. People are kind of respectful. Sort of.
The local would do that, but
Well, I'm
People
saying
that live here.
even them. They're probably not going to do construction at this time of night. Like if it was 11 o'clock at night, right? They're not going to do that. But, so they'll be respectful on that. They know that's a no-no.
right.
But will they have a party with the karaoke on a Tuesday at 3 in the morning?
Yes. Get up and join.
Yeah. Coming in September, looking for a place to stay, do you recommend the San Antonio? Yeah, definitely San Antonio is the easiest, simplest to book. And I just don't want anybody to be disappointed in any way. So if you book there, you're getting a resort right across from the Canadian Beaver on the beach here like this. They have a nice pool. They have with a bar at the pool and everything. They've got everything. And you're going to come there and you're going to be happy with the room. You're going to be happy. If I tell you, and I do tell people all the time, hey, go stay at JFK, you're going to save some money. It's not a resort, though. I just don't want you to think. They have a pool and everything. It's clean. It's a nice place. You stayed at it.
I said to JFK.
Many people stay at it, and they're very happy with it. But I just don't know if you're one of those bougie level people, or if you're like, give me a tent on the beach kind of person. And so it's the safest thing for me to say to people: stay at San Antonio, right across the street. But we have several places of all different price ranges, all the way down the beach and then through the town. And again, sorry about the neighbor cutting. And so there are something for everything. So you can just stay a couple nights there or whatever, and then you can go check out JFK and see if they have the availability, that kind of thing. But that's where I'm going to recommend for now. Please, look at other places. But I have so many people that are, I got a really cheap price. I'm staying at the Red Doors. Well, Red Doors is the furthest thing you could get from the beach. It is further than Pueblo de Panay, which is the big new modern area that they're building in the city. It is way, way out there.
Yeah.
So yes, you're going to save some money, but you're going to go, wow, I don't want to stay here anymore. You're just going to be so far. So yeah, that's why. Yeah. Hi again.
Thanks for the
We're back
tip.
again. Part 2 question. Wow. Thank you very much. Question for both of you. What is the one thing other than family that you miss most about home?
My dogs.
Oh, you miss your dogs?
Yeah, that's it. Just my little dogs.
But you could have them here. You could have brought them here.
Nah, it would have been too much of a pain to bring them here. Then I wouldn't be able to travel around because you got to bring dogs with you. You got to find hotels that'll accept the dogs, this, that, and the other.
I'm going to move yours out. This goes. Yeah, you're much quieter than me. Oops, did I hit something on this? Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, guys. One sec. I'm going to give him a much better spot.
But I don't plan on going home ever again because I am home.
This is your new home. Well, you
Yeah.
can get all the, like we do. We have Shih Tzus, right? You can get custom dogs and the little teacup dogs. And you can get all the big dogs. Some people have, very custom, like really big
We have
breeds.
little ones.
Yeah, we have all kinds. So you could get them. So, but nothing else about America?
Nope. When I said I was leaving, I was leaving.
Yeah, but you could still miss something.
No, I don't.
Wow. Impressive.
It's going to be, like I said, to clean up the mess in America is going to take at least 10 years.
Yeah.
The mess they made out of the country. So I'm glad I left when I did, but I really don't miss it. I miss what McDonald's. I didn't go to McDonald's. I didn't go to McDonald's here.
Yeah, there's McDonald's here.
So.
Now, for me, it would be like, I love that we have Queensland, and you guys have national parks. And I would go camping. That was my thing. I love to go camping in May to August, gap. And you could go and you could rent a canoe and then put it on your vehicle, right, and bring it up and go find a lake or a river. And they would all be connected in Canada, right? You can go like in Ontario anyway. And I would go out camping. And I love that whole camping. I'd find a small waterfall. It wouldn't be like a big waterfall or anything, but just a small waterfall, and you got a nice flat landing here. You'd set up there. You can go fishing, and make your campfires and everything. That whole, that was kind of cool. I really love that. They don't really have that here. There's no, you can do camping, glamping, but all property is owned here anyway. There's no national parks for you to go camping in or anything that you're allowed to. Maybe you could find like somebody trying to run an operation that allow you to do that kind of thing, but it's not going to have the cool nights, like they did in Canada. So that's something, like, I do miss that. Yeah. I miss that just a little bit. But I don't like winter. So Canada for me, was really hard to love in the end because I only love that spring to fall 6 months, right? And then the other 6 months is like, I can't wait for the next 6 months, to get past it. So for me, that would be my answer.